Hey, it's Rhonda with Got Junkin, our Trunk Estate Services. And before I get started on this haul video, just a disclaimer. It's Christmas Eve. I have 3 little ones under the age of 10 in the house, and it might get kind of loud back here. So I'm just letting you know that you may hear screams, but we're not hurting the children or anything. No one was harmed in the filming of this video. But I just wanted to show you a few things that I got. This is the time of the year that people are purging things, they're cleaning out, they're getting ready in anticipation of the holidays and trying to fit everything in. And they're replacing appliances, they're replacing furniture, all kinds of things. So this is the time that you can do your trash dashing. If the weather holds, people set things out hoping that somebody else will be able to get some use out of it. I have found wrapping paper. I've found all kinds of stuff, brand new. I mean, it's stuff that people just, it's like, I don't want to put it back in there again. You can find Christmas trees when they upgrade. You can find all kinds of things. So this is the time of the year to go. Also, the bin stores, all of the thrift stores, any of the family thrift stores, things like that. This is the time of the year that people are donating things. Anytime from about December the 20th or so through about the same period of time in January, about the first 2 weeks in January, you can find all kinds of things because people are constantly bringing in things. They're buying things on their gift cards and so forth, and so this is the time of the year to buy. But let me just show you some things. I didn't get anything just stellar, or anything like that. These are things that I consistently sell, things that I consistently purchase to sell on either eBay or Etsy or some of the Facebook sites. So I'm going to show you those things, and I'll probably do a couple of haul videos because I got quite a bit. My Miss Daisy's seats fold down in the back, and I had everything full in the back. The front seat was full except for where I was sitting. I had stuff sitting on the console and in the trunks. That tells you something. I've bought a bunch of stuff in the last couple of weeks and bought it for pennies on the dollar, so now's the time to buy. I'm just going to go through these real quickly, and I'll tell you where I purchased it if I remember, and I'll tell you about what I got it for if it was at the bin store in Wade. The Monster Drink Company puts out a lot of promo things. The hats are always a consistent seller. That you can sell those for around $20 to $35. It depends on what the issue date is on it and things like that. The popularity of the colors and things like that. I found one of the T-shirts, energy drinks. I got this at the bin store. It's a size XL. By weight, I probably paid 50 cents or under for that. I got this one, which I thought was hilarious. Nip it in the bud. The Mayberry shirt, I got it at the bin store as well. It's an XL. It's probably 50 cents or less as well. This one, I got at Park Avenue Thrift on half price day. It was 99 cents. It was half of that. Got the New Orleans Voodoo shirt. Of course, it's coming up to, in February, it'll be coming up to time for Mardi Gras and all that kind of good stuff. So, got another one, half price of 99. Ooh. This is the Game of Thrones. It's popular. It sells pretty consistently. I found these in the bins. These are a size medium, Hello Ralph Lauren. And it's some of the, what does it say exactly? Coastal Rescue Squad Recon, which those are cool. This one I got at the bins. By weight, it was probably about 75 cents to $1, maybe something like that, maybe not quite. It's Jimi Hendrix sweatshirt. It smells of smoke, so I'll have to do a little work on it in addition to just washing it. I buy anything that is kind of funky and things like that with any of the dogs, cats. People are cat lovers. So this one's a Susan Bristol large vest with the kitty cats, and it's crochet type material, striped on the back. I hear my children. They're so excited. I can't imagine why. I buy some maternity. I don't buy all maternity, but this one is a size 6. It's in good shape, and this time of the year it'd probably sell. I'll go on and throw it up on there. It's a party style dress. Unless I missed something, I think there were a couple of sequins that were a little loose on here that I'm going to reinforce, but other than that, it looked like everything was pretty much here. Be pretty for a young mom or an older mom. Polo Ralph Lauren. Found this at the bins. It probably weighs enough to pay 30 cents for, something like that. It's the Polo Ralph Lauren swimwear type hat, beach hat. This one's one of the Native American blanket style hats, which I thought that was cool. It's got the feeding deer. I don't know if you can tell. See how its head is here, its legs, tail. Little feeding deer. Even has that smell. It's probably about a size, maybe a medium. I don't think it's quite a large. So it could even fit a teenager or something. I buy lots of hats, as you know, if you follow me. Federal Express, spelled out, of course, sells better because it's the vintage hats, but I do sell these FedEx hats. A lot of the places have stopped selling this and UPS, things like that. So that's going to make them more desirable on eBay. You can still sell those on eBay, but a lot of the thrift stores don't sell them. And I don't know if it's just because they want to protect, the security issue and things like that, people wearing things like this. But people do buy these for costumes and stuff, so I do sell those. I got a FedEx. I got a Kevin Harwick shell, which is in good shape. It doesn't look real bad up underneath. You always want to take a picture up underneath. People will ask you about the sweat stains and things, so you need to make sure to take a picture of that. Polo Ralph Lauren. Oh, it's probably a one size. No, it says it's a large. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's a buckle back on it, so it's a large. Snapback of case knives. All of the hats they charge $1 a piece for at the bins, and I got all of these at the bins. This one is Gibson guitar. I thought that was cool. I haven't had one of those that I remember. Still a lot of Disney. I usually, if these are in pretty decent shape or whatever, you get $5 or $6 for it or something. Sometimes a little bit more. This one's well worn. I may end up putting it in my booth because they do sell there. It's got the Mickey Mouse and things on the back. I watch the Bin Pickers, Michelle and G. If you don't watch them, it's listed under Bin Pickers. It's two separate words. They do just an outstanding business, and they're a husband and wife team, a homeschool. I think they have 5 children, if I remember right. They just had another. And I do watch them pretty consistently because they do a lot of clothing and things like that. They've moved from the West Coast to the Midwest. I believe it's Midwest or North Midwest. And so they've got different bins that they're picking from than they were before. So they're picking different items and they're getting a lot of the hard goods and things. But they've always consistently bought like Pottery Barn, which I already knew, but Pottery Barn sheet sets, which I buy those. I'll buy just the pillowcases. I'll buy a single pillowcase. It doesn't really matter. Sometimes people want, an extra pillowcase or whatever to go with their things. But Pottery Barn or Pottery Barn Kids, I usually will buy those. Another brand that they buy consistently, I just want to show you the tag, is this Simply Shabby Chic. You see that? My lighting's not great today. It's kind of overcast outside, so I had to put the extra light up, or I'd be talking to you in the dark. This one, I believe I measured it. Old cleaning lady trick, you just use the hands. I believe this is a full size if I remember right, but it was in good shape. I laid it all out. They do sell it by the pound at my bins, But instead of $1.49 a pound like they charge on the clothing and things like that, anything that sheets or throws, any type of heavy coats, you know, anything that would normally be a heavier item, they charge at 99 cents a pound. So I got a set of these, and they'll consistently sell. It depends on what pattern it is. That and the Ralph Lauren sheets are things that you need to look for all the time, even if they're in kind of rough shape. And I've even bought some of the Disney patterns and things like that with holes in them, you know, that are ripped and everything else. And people buy these kind of things. They make curtains out of them, you know, and things like that. So be sure and buy those. Don't pass them by. I found a little NASA bear. And Petting Zoo brand. But little things like this sell a lot of times. A little cutesy plush. I buy some of the sports type pieces. I've got, this one's a Rawlings. Of course, you can see that it's in good shape. Is that a first baseman's mitt? I think, right? First baseman's mitt? We'll find out. I'll ask the men in my life. But usually these are pretty good. It's got the adjuster strap on it, and this one's in good shape. The ties are all there and things. So I think I gave, if I remember right, I gave $2 for that. I dug this little piece out. It was 50 cents. And it is a practice putter. Disney, and you'll see Grumpy in there. I don't know if it has a date. I don't think it has a date on this one. No, I don't see any kind of date. If I remember right, I looked this one up, and I think it was around $10, something like that. Sold prices. Lady comes out. She has the cart. She says, "You want to buy a foot?" She says, "I don't know what this is." And, of course, I knew what it was. But she says, "Do you want to buy a foot?" I said, "Yeah, I'll buy a foot." She said, "For a quarter?" I said, "Yeah, I'll buy it for a quarter." You can hang it, you know, which I don't know why you would. But this actually, you can set your pot on it. And you've got a little pot that sits there, and then you got a foot up underneath the pot. Don't ask me why. I like to buy unusual little purses. And this one's not highly unusual, but it would be something that would sell in my booth. It's a Jane Eyre. Let's see, let's turn around this way. Jane Eyre, and it's got like a beaded hard, and of course this is hard side. And it's novel handbags. I looked it up, and I think it was around 15, something like that. About 15. And of course it's new with tax. And I got 50 cents for it. Had Goodwill prices in it still. It had been at the store apparently. It's a little late for these, but I went on and bought them because they're the paper mache faces on these. I thought these were cute. If we end up not keeping them with our, usually this time of the year we do like everybody else does. We go through all of our decorations as we're putting them on the tree, and we go, you know, that one, it's not sentimental, you know, let's go on and take this out and put something new in. And we may end up keeping the little carolers. I wish I had one more little boy. I might can look at another little boy, and that way I'd have my grandchildren. But if we don't keep them, I'll end up putting them up. It's Child with Ornaments. These are German made. And it's buyer's choice. But they're actually, originally, I believe they're German made, if I remember right. I always dig these out. Sometimes I sell them in lots, but this is the strobe yo-yo. And it's the Omega brand. I think that was around 10, 8 to 10, something like that. I gave a quarter for it. I thought this was cute. I thought of Tanya with Thrifty Treasures. She likes a lot of the animals and stuff. I thought this was cute. Little Dalmatian with the baby Dalmatian on top. It's just to sit around and gather dust. Still, people buy those. And of course, it's ceramic. And last but not least, well, no, I've got one more thing after this if I don't forget to show you. It's large. I buy a lot of these, and then I'll lot these up. If you saw my other video, I bought some vintage Madame Alexanders. They were the storybook dolls. And I bought a whole box of 12 of those that were in a liquor box. I bought them for $5 at the bin store. I just looked up and found them. Some need repair. But these are the ones that I believe it was at McDonald's that put these out. It was either McDonald's, Burger King, someplace like this. But this is the part of the Wizard of Oz collection. And I found these in 3 different bins, 3 different places. But I gave $0.25 a piece for them. Of course, I've got those. And I'll just lock those up and sell those. And last but not least, I'll have to back up. I found a huge globe that I got for $1. It doesn't have a stand, but we've got on Facebook, we've got a project pieces site. Anything $45 or under can be sold on there. And when I had my shop, I used to pull things off the road, barn pieces, barn wood, chicken wire, I mean anything, pieces of doors. When people would take gates down, I would take the gate hardware, and stuff like that, and I would sell it all the time, and I still do consistently, but not as much volume, of course, because I had more place to put things, but I would sell on the project pieces site, and a lot of people will split these in the middle and then have hanging lamps or hanging light fixtures, like in a game room or a novelty room of any sort. So I thought that was kind of neat. Let's see what it tells. The beginner's political globe. And I was looking to see if it probably has a date on it, or I can date it, That's what that looks like. But I think I gave $1 for this. I don't know what I just said. I think I gave $1 for it, actually. It might have been $2, but I believe I gave $1 for this, if I remember right, because it didn't have a stand or anything, and I got that at the bin store, so I was excited about that. I saw it way over in the corner, and they had just brought it out, and I ran over there and grabbed that. And everybody's looking at me like, it doesn't have a stand on it, and I'm like, yeah, I know. They wonder about me sometimes, but that's okay. Let them wonder. I'm making money. So, hope everybody has a good Christmas if they watch this near Christmas, or they had a good Christmas if they watch it after Christmas. Hope you have wonderful holidays. If you ever see anything on any of these videos that you'd be interested in, of course, I ship, and so I'll just keep it off of eBay or keep it out of my booth, and I'd be glad to sell that to you if you're interested in it. If not, tag people in these videos if you see things that somebody might like, and I'll communicate with them. You can contact me here on Facebook, or you can contact me at gotjunkinrtrunk@yahoo.com. I'll talk to you later. Happy junkin'.